Welcome to our very first classic.
We should film this as this is
Like
our first episode.
old-timey?
They haven't. Welcome,
Like
brothers and sisters, peace, man. Welcome to Vash and Justin. Do I even sound like I'm from the 70s when I do that?
No, not at all.
Well, that's because I'm not an actor.
Thank you for your ideas. We are going to get through as many of these movies as we can. We thought we would start with the classic that everyone at least has heard of,
Just when you thought it was safe to go back in the water.
Jaws. This is one of those movies that everyone claims they've seen, and most people haven't. They're like, oh yeah, shark, it gets people, it's made in the 70s, Spielberg, that's all they know. We should say, here at Classic Vash and Justin, we figured you'd had quite a while to check out the movie, so if you haven't...
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
I had never seen it before, and I'm watching Jaws, and I'm like, whoa, this giant shark is in the water? That's why black people weren't at that beach. Did you notice when you said get out of the water, it was all white people running out because there were no black people in the water in the first
all
place.
white people.
I remember them saying somebody got hurt in the water. Now, you don't have to prove to me there's a shark. All you got to do is prove that somebody got hurt in the water, and I'm out. People getting hurt in the water, you got to go. You find me in the mountains. You people are crazy. Not you people, but you people. I mean, if I wasn't going in the water before, I'm definitely not going now. This movie was very 70s, like the people with the big glasses and the hair.
Yeah, it was done in the 70s. 1975, I think, is when the movie came out.
Jaws was Steven Spielberg's first big movie. He was working on Jaws, and he went to Warner Brothers and said, I hear you guys are making a Superman movie. I would like to direct it. And they said, oh, you know what? It's a big movie. We're putting a lot of money into it. Why don't you finish working on your little fish movie? And if that does well, and that fish movie became one of the first blockbusters in history.
It made like the summer movie.
I was playing around with all these little 2012, rinky-dink movies. If you talk about Jaws, you have got your work cut out for you because I'm ready to go about Jaws. I love this movie. So
you said you just saw it.
And I got right on Google and learned everything I could about it. As these people are running and swimming, I'm like, please make it, don't get eaten by the shark. Is the shark's name Jaws, or is that just the name of the movie? Because I don't want to call him Jaws if that's not his name.
No, you can call it Jaws. They didn't name it. It wasn't like Alejandro the shark that I remember. No.
That shark terrorized that community for a month and a half. They didn't give him a name. Let me go out there and terrorize the neighborhood for an hour and a half. And they'll be like, oh, the big armed killer, or the big something.
The first time Roy Schneider is watching the water and we see 3 or 4 possible targets, they were all static shots. No music, no underscoring, and I could not have been more tense and concerned for everyone in the water. No da-da kind of thing to tell you what you should be feeling. You just felt it. Amazingly well done. The soundtrack. The balls John Williams had to have to walk into the studio and say, da-dum, da-dum.
Genius.
Done.
Genius.
Paycheck. Thank you. I have heard both sides that the woman in the opening scene
Yes.
who gets pulled around actually broke a rib when they were pulling her. Is at the opening. So when she's screaming, oh my gosh, it hurts, that's real dialogue of her in pain, not her acting. So if you have any proof and you can put a link on a comment, I would love to learn about that. Would you have gone, had you been on one of the bigger boats, would you have gone after the shark?
If the bigger boat was called America, after having seen this movie, if you were in the water
Yes.
and a shark came up to you,
Yes.
well, a shark is swimming up to you and you're like, hey guys, a shark is coming, like, let's get ready, and it was Jabberjaw, would you treat it the way you treat Jaws? Because I would just be like, listen, you seem funny, but I know what you're capable of, so let's just nip this in the bud now and shoot you. Now, this is a great white shark. Now, is this a real shark, or is it
The great white is a real shark.
You want to see this giant dinosaur of a shark. Are they really that big? Do they get to be that big?
They do. They actually can get to 20, 25 feet.
Do sharks poop?
Pretty sure. I think.
Or is it like a snake where it
think
comes
that
out the same
book-
hole it goes in? Like where?
No, I think the book still counts. And what did you just say about a snake?
Snakes poop out of their mouth.
I have never heard that before in my
Where does
life.
it come out then?
It comes out the back.
The back of what? Where the rattle
The
is?
snake.
No, you need to do your research, brother. You seen a buttocks on a snake? It's not like a baboon where it's just like sitting out on top for you to be like, ah. You'd be like, no.
I will say the movie holds up. Still worth seeing.
I think it's one of the best shark movies ever. Like I'm gonna go home and watch it again right now. but I'm gonna make sure that I don't have my feet dangling off the couch because that's scary. I have my feet up on the couch. I didn't want any like sharks coming by.
Coming by the land shark.
Tune in next week to Vash and Justin when we review Dread. Can't wait.
And I'm not going to make the pun about how I feel about it.
What pun would that be? What's the pun in that?
I'm dreading it.
That's actually good. You should use that. Wait, you don't want to see it?